Hi, I am Shamama, also known as your holiday mom for today. You might recognize my voice from the first video that we did, which was actually recorded the first year that I did a holiday mom audio. Tonight will be the longest night of the year. We have the least amount of sunshine, as we will have all year, and we have the most amount of night. And so I think it's a particularly special time to be introspective and to really look at our lives. But I also know that if you're not in a good place, it's a really hard time. It's a really hard time. And some of us feel like we go through the darkest night of the year, day after day after day, kind of a Groundhog's Day type thing. And it can be incredibly painful. And I know many of you out there are in painful situations. We've heard so many responses at Your Holiday Mom, and we're reading everyone and we're caring about everyone. And I really wanted to share with you today a couple of stories. One is, I live in a house that was built in 1822 by the Freemasons, and they actually built it so that the sunrise on the solstice, which is the morning that the sun returns after the longest night of the year, comes straight up my half-mile driveway, straight into my front door. And I thought that was a really cool feature of the house. I mean, how many houses are like that? But it reminded me that tomorrow, it might not seem a lot different to you. It might, and we have a whole winter ahead of us, right? At least where I live on the East Coast of the United States. But the longest night is preceded by the next day by just this tiny little bit of difference. But the sun is returning, and it might be months before we really feel like there's more daylight. It might be several months before, well, it will be several months before spring comes. And I think that's an amazing metaphor for how I experienced life. I went through a lot when I was younger. I went through a lot of pain, a lot of struggle. And there were a lot of longest nights of the year, all in a row. And then one day it began to get better. The sun began to shine more. I began to grow into who I would become now. It was an amazing time, and I just wanted to share that with you because I think if you're in the longest night of the year, feeling, whether it's actually, that when you're watching this or not, there is something, the sun is coming. And I took a little video of the sun rising so that you could take a look at that. The other story I want to tell you isn't as happy a story, but it's an important story. And that is the reason why I'm doing this. Almost 30 years ago, my soul friend, my little brother, my favorite person in the world, Ricky, took his life because of his sexuality being uncertain. And I can tell you, I know there's some of you out there that are actually thinking about suicide. I know that. I know some people will be doing this very day. That will happen. Some friends in our community just lost a child recently, and I can tell you, no matter what your age, no matter who you are, I know that the thought, well, maybe they'd be better off without me. I can tell you for sure, from personal experience, absolutely, without any question, that I am not better off without Ricky. There's no way. There is a hole in my heart that will be there for the rest of my life because you can't bring him back. And the moment I heard that he was gone, the moment I knew my life would be forever changed, and there was nothing I could do about it. I didn't even know he was struggling with his sexuality. I had no idea. I was off. I was young. I was off in, doing my college thing and my young person thing, and I'd left home, thank God, and we talked. I talked to him just a few days before, but I didn't know. And so if you are there, if you are close, if you are wondering, would the world be better off without me? No, absolutely not. I know that. And I don't care if no one else in the world feels that way or you think no one else feels that way. I feel that way. I feel that way, that the world will not be better off without you. And I just had to share that with you on this longest night of the year. I am your Shamama, and I am so very glad that you are with us, that you are reading the messages, listening, staying in touch with the comments. We're seeing what we can do to bring something more forward, which is very exciting for you. And but mostly right now, I just want you to have a holiday in which you know there are 40 moms and dads and sisters and friends. So many people are writing in and saying, how can I help? I really care. I'm one of your moms as well. And thank you for all of you who are writing in that way too. These people are behind you. These people believe in you. These people want you on the planet. We want you here. We want you in our families. We want you in our society. We want a world where you are so welcome to be who you are. And I just wanted to share that with you today. So happy holidays from Shamama.